Good morning. It is Monday, December 16th, and this is Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio and the Ave Maria Radio app. I'm Matthew Handley. Coming up, we've got a primer on the theology of the body, but first your local weather and this news. Republicans left the floor of the State House Friday, complaining majority Democrats don't want to negotiate and talk about tipped workers' wages. Representative Brian Posthumus of Cannon Township had this to say.
We told Speaker Tate that if they want to have the conversation with regard to road funding and with regard to saving tipped workers' jobs, then we're happy to have that conversation. Let's do that. We're right here. We're ready to go.
House Speaker Joe Tate said on social media they are at the people's house ready to do the people's work, and added Republicans, quote, left the floor because they put politics over people. Tipped workers have been begging lawmakers to take action to prevent their wage from going up to $12 an hour in February. During the lame duck session, House Democrats passed more than 50 bills with no Republican support. Late into the session, some Democrats became angered that their legislation would not be voted on. Detroit Representative Stephanie A. Young walked out, leaving Democrats without a quorum and unable to vote on any more legislation. Among the passed legislation were expanded state pensions, enabling needle exchanges, requiring libraries to have a published policy for including or excluding material, e-bike incentives, and criminalizing price gouging during states of emergency. Those bills go into the 5-day waiting period before they're picked up by the Senate. Stellantis and the city of Detroit are entering a partnership that provides over $3 million in home repair grants. The funds are going to residents living near the Detroit Assembly Complex, MAC. According to a news release, Stellantis, the state, city, and Invest Detroit are reallocating unspent funds from the MAC development project. A Stellantis spokesperson says the automaker listened to its neighbors and recognized there was an additional need for home repairs. Stellantis has allocated over $5 million for home repairs since 2019 as it aims to enhance community infrastructure around the plant. And Detroit's Campus Martius has the best ice skating rink in the country. That's according to a poll of USA Today readers, who ranked the 10 best Reader's Choice Awards in the Winter Fun category. The rink at Campus Martius is located on Woodward Avenue and is open 7 days a week. The Lions franchise record 11-game winning streak is over after the Buffalo Bills knocked off Detroit 48-42 at Ford Field. It was the highest scoring game in the NFL this season. The Lions are now 12-2 and headed to Chicago on Sunday to take on the Bears. You're listening to your local news and weather on Ave Maria Radio's Michigan Mornings. Now this. There's a dense fog advisory in effect right now until 10 a.m. in the Motor City. Our high today will be 52, and we'll see up to a quarter inch of rain. Tonight will be mostly cloudy with lows around 36. Tomorrow will be cooler. We'll have mostly cloudy skies and a high of 42. Wednesday we'll have a chance of rain and snow. Temperatures will be in the upper 30s. Thursday will be partly sunny with a high around 30. Right now it is 44 and foggy in Detroit. There's a dense fog advisory in effect right now until 10 a.m. in the Saginaw Valley. Our high today will be 48, and we'll see up to a quarter inch of rain. Tonight will be mostly cloudy with lows around 34. Tomorrow will be cooler. We'll have mostly cloudy skies and a high of 39. Wednesday we'll have a chance of snow. Temperatures will be in the upper 30s. Thursday will be partly sunny with a high around 30. Right now it is 39 and foggy in Saginaw.
We often hear about the theology of the body on Catholic radio, but some of us might need a refresher on what that is. Dr. Greg and Lisa Popchak explained.
St. John Paul, when he was Pope, gave a series of reflections every Wednesday for about 5 years, where he looked at how we could discern God's plan for leading a more abundant life and having healthier, holier relationships by prayerfully reflecting on God's design and creation, especially how he designed our bodies to work.
The theology of the body reminds us of the importance of living in a state of receptivity rather than reactivity. Receptivity is a state of mind that allows us to stay connected to God and stay in touch with our resources and be our best selves even in stressful times. By contrast, reactivity is that state we fall into when we allow ourselves to get so caught up in our problems that we lose our connection to God. We fail to reach out to others. We forget to gather our resources and neglect to make a plan. When we're living in a state of reactivity, we can't learn from our mistakes or make use of any new resources. We end up working really hard, but just digging our hole even deeper.
Well, that's right. And receptivity is something that we can learn from practice by becoming more aware of how our bodies are reacting to the people and situations around us, and making sure that rather than focusing all our energy on getting control of the situation outside of us, the people we feel are plaguing us, we need to focus inward, working to take our own emotional temperature down, to reconnect with God and our resources, and identify how our best self might respond to the situation we're going through. St. Francis de Sales was referring to what we're calling receptivity when he wrote, quote, "Never be in a hurry. Do everything quietly and in a calm spirit. Do not lose your inner peace for anything, even if your whole world seems upset."
You can catch More to Life weekdays at 10 a.m. here on Ave Maria Radio.
William of St. Terry says, "God first loved us so that we might love him, not because he needed our love, but because we could not be what he created us to be, except by loving him." I'm Matthew Handley. That does it for this edition of Michigan Mornings on a Monday. Stay tuned to Ave Maria Radio for more inspiring and engaging Catholic Talk Radio. Lord willing, I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Goodbye.